Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stretford Paddock. I'm Alex. I'm here with Mr. Stephen Howson. After Manchester United have easily beaten Newcastle 3-1.
Second half, we easily beat them.
We were a bit poo, weren't we, in the first half?
First half, we tried to make a game of it, didn't we? Dicks.
We didn't wake up for the first 25 minutes. And then when we did, and Marcus scored goals and we were all doing well, then
What a fucking goal that was.
By the way.
He only had about 4 inches to put it in.
Not just that, he was on his own out there on the left-hand side. There was no one helping him.
No.
Skins
like, just beat
him.
this fucking idiot real quick.
And then he gets himself back.
Let me just beat this idiot real quick again.
And then stick it in the bottom corner. Great goal from Marcus. And after the midweek where everyone kind of laid into him, even though we got 2 goals and 1 goal and pretty much 2 assists, it's good to get him back in the goals in the Premier League, innit? Mm-hmm. And then we defended the corner again. Great.
The defence of the corner was bad, but do you know why they got a corner?
Because we were shit.
Exactly why.
Go on.
Do you not know exactly why?
Go on. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
It was that fella, wasn't it?
You mean the man of the match?
I don't know why I got man of the match.
Jermaine Genius gave him man of the match. And I'm going to tell you why he gave him man of the match.
Fuck me.
He gave him man of the match.
Same agency by any chance?
Because he's had a good season.
Is that what he said?
He said he's had a good game. And overall, he's had a great season with Luke Shaw. And apart from Fernandes, he's probably their player of the year.
What
so
the fuck is he on about?
He's got man of the match.
That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with shite like that.
Yep.
You wonder how to lose me fucking rag. So, basically, he gets drawn to the ball. And this is what happens a lot. He gets drawn to the ball, switched off. They throw it in behind him. He doesn't fucking track the run. And we end up conceding a corner. But for that, we probably keep a clean sheet. Now...
Yeah.
Yes, Harry Maguire's not getting out of the fucking the trouble here. Not just Harry Maguire, but if we're going zonal, which it looks like we generally do, who the fuck are you not leaving unmarked?
Freddie Quinn did a little TikTok for us for the start of today, and he said, all you've got to do today, man marks and maximum, because he's the only good player for them.
Not only that, mate, 3 seconds before that, he's just fucking twatted one at De Gea.
Just don't leave him alone. And if Harry Maguire has that poor clearance, you've got to be better. The whole defence has to be fucking flying out.
Not just on him. Where's the midfield? Where's the forwards? Where's the rest of the team? Who's like, hey, that fucker's well, him with the headband, him there, he's fucking top. Should we mark him?
Yeah.
No, let's just leave him to have a free fucking volley in the middle of our box.
Good finish. And then...
Second balls, though. You know
balls.
where it's going to drop. And then Newcastle figured out that was working for them. And for about a 10-15 minute spell, they just started to start dropping crosses. Edge of the 6-yard box, just outside the outside the width for the goal, and he was having a lot of success there, causing us some shit because that is a major weakness that United have got in that area.
Yeah, because that's it. Harry Maguire, you mentioned there, kind of a poor header, but he wins a lot of headers, but there's not a lot of winning second balls and things, especially when you've not got players like Eric Bailly on the pitch.
Fred or fucking James, or because Fred, Matic, or James. I think James, because you're the right fucking winger. You're probably on the right hand side of the box, or at least marking the guy opposite you, for starters. Or, Fred and Matic, because maybe not Matic, he might have been in the back line, but Fred, you're not going up for the initial header, surely. Second ball's your game, mate. So
something we've been poor on.
Just, not good enough that all around. We've been shite at set pieces, not just like a bit poor. A bit poor's not fucking cutting it no more. No. We are shite at set pieces.
Completely agree.
Both had attack and defence, but
The second half then happened. Like you mentioned, they still started floating balls in the start of the second half, but never threatened too much. And then we got the goal. Mm-hmm. Nemanja Matic with the play. Apparently, Bruno Fernandes has got the assist off that, by the way. He's got the assist.
A lot of people in the comments and the watch along were saying Bruno's been shit today. And he's come away with a goal and an assist. And
he didn't even deserve them. Because he's sort of fell over. It's gone through him. And Dan James, fair play to him because, again, someone that's had a lot of stick. Someone that got a lot of stick today for just being in the starting 11, even after a good performance.
I don't think it was the right decision to play him.
No, but...
Certainly wasn't the right decision to play him and Martial.
No, I don't think so. I don't think both have both of them on the pitch at the same time. But good finish from Dan James, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Very good finish.
The keeper's just been done near post again.
Yeah.
Mate, if Steve Bruce hasn't fucking boxed his ears in when he's gone inside, basics. All 4 goals arguably came from fucking basics.
Yeah.
I think it was a dive from Marcus.
Look, I think this argument of whether you dive or not can't. It's attackers are going to go down easily in the box. And I think that any kind of contact, they've made it clear, because VAR has proved it, that if you touch a player in the box and they go down, it's a penalty. Yep. So
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't think Marcus likes it. I don't think anyone in the squad goes, you need to do that. But the problem is, you have too many go against us.
If he ever does it in a fucking cup final,
and you get a goal.
What, do you think I'm going to fucking come out and complain? Or am I going to fucking kiss him on the mouth?
They've got this fantastic video assistant referee that can always look at it and say if it is a proper dive.
They're never going to do a dive on VAR, I don't think. Unless it's a Salah-style one, where you throw your arms up in the air and everything.
Now, you mentioned it there. You didn't like Dan James starting, especially alongside Anthony Martial. Got brought off today. We were all thinking that Mason coming on, maybe that means Dan James coming off. That's the usual sub. It's that kind of right-hand side. But he did bring Martial off. It was poor.
Seen his house in him, finally.
I thought it was very poor again today. I think that we mentioned it up here. We said, look, it's not going for you, but it's that. Even Dan James today, look, there was times when he did stupid things giving the ball away.
But he chases back.
He chases the fuck out of it. He really puts a bit of work in.
Also, Dan James's goal, for the entire build-up of it, watch Tony Marshall.
Yep.
Now, there's some stuff I've been learning about of late, which is quadrants. So quadrants, big circle, divide it up into quarters.
Yep.
Each is a quadrant. It's a teaching tool for coaching. So, let's say you and I. I'm not gonna get too close here, but you and I are in one quadrant there.
Yep.
And I want to open myself up. It's using the quadrant to sort of say, right, maybe I've been with Alex, and I'm going to open my body up in the opposite quadrant to show feet to try and take a ball from there. Or maybe we're in the same quadrant and I'm going to drop off into this opposite one over here and show feet. Or maybe we're in the front quadrants and I'm going to show for behind for an underlap or something like that, or a ball in behind. Or I'm going to link up with someone for a third man. It's just different ways of carving up what you and a defender are going to do.
Yeah.
Tony Marshall, as the ball's coming from left and right and people are this, that and the other, he's kind of just ambling behind the defensive line. He's not gone, let me run in front of him, because if the goal's there and I run in front of you here as a defender, what are you going to do? You've
either got to go with him, you've got to fucking tackle him, you've got to try something. You can't.
I think probably...
You've got to commit.
I'm going to probably try grab a shirt, grab an arm. If I come and then I come back out here, what have I done?
You've made space because the defender's gone.
Yeah. And I don't see that.
There's not.
In and out, lateral movement, that intelligent number 9 sort of movement from the guy. And that for me was the one where James has managed to get on the end of something. Right place, right time. I've not seen Tony trying to make space for himself. He's just almost wanting it on a plate.
He seems to do this. He does a lot of link-up play, he drops in, but it's always the same thing. It's always back to goal, bounce pass to someone else. There's no other option. There's no spinning.
Not necessarily early as
and
well.
It's not.
I've seen some people making fucking threads about him on Twitter. Yeah. Look at this link-up play, and I'm like, right.
But that's it.
But it's not even amazing link-up play. No. Some of it's a bounce back to a fucking centre half. Wow.
And yes, we keep the ball.
Cantona's just fucking shit himself.
But if he gives that ball and then goes, he's not doing any of that. And
no, he's giving it and then sort of jogging around.
Yeah, waiting for the same pass again to do the same sort of thing. And Jermaine Genius, who, for as much as he is dreadful, he made a point, and he's usually pretty kind on players. He doesn't dig out players, but he did it today. He said to Mason Greenwood makes a run when Dan James gets to the right hand side, and I think it got deflected over the crossbar. He says, "Look where Mason Greenwood is there." Mason Greenwood hasn't played as number 9 for a long time. He's in between the goalposts, ready for it. He's waiting for something to come across for him to nick a goal. He said Martial didn't do that once today, and that is, it's worrying us. And I've said as well, I said, look, like you said about, I said about Dan James before, he's not the best footballer. We know that. He's not. He misplaced the ball thousands of times today, but that little bit of effort he did to go back, you just go, there you go. That's all we need, because it sustains attacks. It means that we don't lose the ball. It means that Newcastle can't just play it out.
Yeah, or
we're missing that. We've been missing that from Martial.
There was at one point, he went through the back of someone.
Oh, Sam Maximin just run into someone, yeah.
I don't think it was Sam Maximin, but he lost the ball. They got on the attack. They was about to cross the halfway line. It might have been Sam Maximin.
He just ran into the back of him.
Clattered him. And you go, it's dumb football, but it's actually quite intelligent football. because those transitions, football is a game of transitions and managing transitions, right? How you transition from attack to defence and how you transition from defence to attack. Like we were saying before, the way Newcastle scored, their chance came from Shaw not correctly transitioning in a defensive movement. Our goals came from Marcus Rashford fucking terrorising a fullback, and them not defensively transitioning correctly, or our transition into attack was great. Ditto a little bit with what James did. It's all about those transitions, and if you can prevent or delay or just about,
it's what City,
disrupt.
It's what City have been brilliant at the last few years. For as much as they're attacking football, the amount of counter-attacks and defensive situations they just break up and get back into shape by giving away a daft foul is perfect.
It's smart.
Manchester United win today, going back to second place, still 10
I'm calling it moral first now, Alex.
Moral first, okay, we'll go with that. We are now at 9 points ahead of Liverpool. I believe 7 points ahead of Chelsea, who are in 5th spot. But we are 4 points ahead of West Ham, who've got into the top 4 today.
Do you know what? That's awful. 4 points ahead of West Ham and David Moyes. If I'd have told you that at the start of the season, listen, we're not going to be top and we're going to be 4 points ahead of David Moyes, you'd have been like, what the living fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah, we're 9 points ahead of Liverpool, 7 points ahead of Chelsea, second, only Leicester are near us, the rest of them. But do you reckon that... I mean, I looked at this little run of results and I think that this was the dream of potentially catching Man City. If anything was going to happen, it needs to happen before the derby. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll be well clear by that point. But do you see this next 3 games in? Do you think these next 3 games that kind of set up whether it's going to be a comfortable second place or whether it's going to be a top 4 scrap?
It's 9 points. In 4 games, you can have 12 point swing. Right? You're asking for some fucking serious catastrophe from Manchester City. But can City lose 3 games?
Of course, I don't
think they're gonna.
No, right? Our next 3 games, we go Chelsea, Crystal Palace, then City in the league.
Could we win all 3 of them?
Yes, and that not only does that push City probably, but it also clears us of the top 4. It makes us very comfortable top 4.
Well, this is
their next 3 games are West Ham, Wolves, and then us. Again, they could slip. They could slip up. I don't expect them to, but I think this next 3 games will I think it'll shape what the end of our season is. It we're just jockeying for 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, or is it battling for top 4, or is it worrying them?
It's finished 2nd, 3rd, or 4th.
Yeah, you reckon that?
Like I said, we're 25 games in, and I was delaying one from about 15 games in when fucking Matt was pulling his pud and saying 21 is coming. And I said, let's get 25 games in. We're 25 games in, we're 10 points off top. It was never a title challenge.
It's not a title challenge.
It was never a title challenge. That's not to say it still couldn't become one.
No.
Because Manchester City could go on, and it's going to need a fucking monumental collapse that I don't envisage happening.
No.
But sport happens.
Yep.
What you have to make sure, and it's something we've not been able to do this season, is beat them.
It does.
If you beat them... Let's say they've dropped... Let's say they fucking win, draw and lose, and the losses against us. So they're going to be on, what, an extra 4, and we'll have pulled in...
We get 9, 5. It's only 5 points then. You're right, it's not a title race, but they could slip up still. And to be fair, I think if at the start of the season we'd have said we've got we're looking at top. We're looking at them hoping for something. I think we're all taking that for the rest of the season.
So let's delay it again then and say we'll talk about this at 30 games in. Because then 30. You're on the running.
About 30 28.
Games in. What?
About 28.
No, let's do it on 30.
30, all right.
Because knowing us, we will beat them. And then we'll... Who's the game after them?
Probably No, it was not West Brom because that was the last time we beat them in the title race. It is West Ham. There you go.
Yeah.
David Moyes.
We'll fuck that up. Right, so let's get to 30 games in. And if we're under 5 games...
5 points.
I'll have 5 points. I'll make a fucking T-shirt saying title race.
You've heard it here
Doesn't
first.
mean 21's coming, by the way.
Title race is on.
You can lose races.
You can lose races.
You can fucking lose races, but I'll call it a title challenge if after 30 games it's 5 points.
There you go.
But right now, I said let's get to 25. It ain't a title challenge.
It's not a title challenge.
No.
But good result for Man United today. Right, that is all from us. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing. Go and see what he's doing. Arguing people on Twitter. See you next time.